Hi, welcome back to St Blazy Model World. I'm Roger. Well, how's our exhibition build coming along? Time for another quick update. Well, our river scene is almost finished. Still a little bit of work to do. Let's have a look at what we've got to do. Just under the bridge there, I've got to add some sculptor mould just to fill in the void on both sides of the bridge, but that won't take long to do. And you can see that the landform is starting to take shape. Now, in this kind of raw state, it all looks a little bit threadbare. And it isn't until we start to add a bit more detail that the whole thing really does start to come to life. That's always the way when you're building a diorama or even a model kit. I keep going on about building a Spitfire as part of your apprenticeship, and it isn't until you put that Spitfire into a small diorama or put a pilot in it that it finally comes to life. And it's the same here. You can see we've still got our sculptor mould to apply to this part. This area here, which currently is painted in our stock brown, that's going to become a rock face. Lots of work to do there. Most of it painting and washing, but that will continue round either side of the river, leading up to the back of the scene, and of course on the other side as well. I've already decided where the road will go, and once the road has crossed the bridge, it's going to come here and out of town that way. On the other side of the bridge, the road comes along here, past the church and the graveyard, and at this point the road splits. Part of that road heads that way, again heading out, and the other part of the road, this part will come along here, down a gentle slope and into the town scene away to our left, and that will lead to the station and a hive of activity. But at the moment, as I said, it all looks a little bit threadbare. And if you ever lose sight of what it is you're actually trying to achieve, here's a good little tip for you. Add the things that you've got already, even if they're not ready to be installed. I'll show you what I mean. Now, in nothing like their final positions, of course, we're starting to get a bit of a feel for how this layout, or this board at least, might actually look once it's complete. We've put the bridge in, laid down a couple of tracks. We've got our Royal Mail train there waiting to be raided. And in the background sits the church. And on this sad occasion, a funeral appears to be taking place. So there's lots to do. But by adding a few things that we already have, we start to create the atmosphere. And by taking a photograph of what we've put in, you can actually have time to study it and think about what it is you're actually working towards. You might need to move the position of a few things. And looking at a photograph of that is a really good way to do it. Take the photograph, leave it for 24 hours, come back to it and see what you think. Right now, how much of this will actually be incorporated in the final board, in these final parts of this diorama, we're not exactly sure. Some things will move, a bit like the river, the plan is fluid, but there is a plan. Keep it that way, and you'll find that eventually it comes together without a lot of effort. It's just having a bit of confidence in yourself to be able to recreate these scenes from everyday life. That's it for this one. Join us next time at St Blazy Model World. Bye for now.